What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Dad.0, and Vastking has been coming out with a bunch of new products lately, and they asked me to review another one. This is the Vastking Kingpad Z10. This is a budget Android tablet that is currently on sale for $140 US, and it's made to compete with the other budget tablets out there like the Amazon Fire HD, the Samsung Galaxy Tab A, and all the other ones that you can find on marketplaces like Amazon. So they sent one over. I've been using it for a couple weeks now, and I just want to show you what you get in the box, go through some of the specs and the features, and then get into my review and my experience with the Kingpad Z10. So taking a look at the box here, it comes very well packaged, just a product image on front, some branding on the sides, some specs and features on the back. Opening the box up, on the very top here you have some information on how to get started with the tablet, which is a nice feature for those that aren't really familiar how to operate a tablet. And taking the tablet out of the box, this is a 10.1 inch full screen tablet. There's no buttons on the screen itself. The bezels are a little bit thicker than some of the more premium tablets that you see out there, but not too bad. The sides and back are made out of an ash gray aluminum, so overall it does have a premium feeling even though this is a budget tablet. On the back is just the Vastking logo, and there is a camera bump for the back-facing camera. More on the tablet in just a minute, but let's see what else you get in the box. In one box it has the 5-volt wall charger, and in the other box you have your USB-C cord to charge this up. You have a tool to open the SD port. You have some warranty information, a quick start guide, and then the user manual. And that's everything in the box. Let's get into some specs and features of this Kingpad Z10. So like I said, this is a 10.1 inch all-screen display. The resolution is 1280 by 800. It comes in at 9.6 inches by 6.3 inches by 0.3 inches, and it weighs 450 grams or just a hair under a pound. For internals, you're looking at a quad-core CPU, 32 gigabytes of SSD storage, 2 gigabytes of RAM, comes with Android 11, and a 6000 milliamp hour battery. For speakers, you have dual speakers on one side of this tablet, and for ports you have USB Type-C for charging and data transfer, a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and a micro SD card slot that is capable of handling up to 512 gigs of expandable storage. For cameras, you're looking at an 8 megapixel rear facing camera with a flash, and a 2 megapixel front facing camera that does have facial recognition, which is a nice touch. You don't really see that all too often on a budget tablet. And overall, I do feel like it has a nice design, especially when you consider the price. I like that it's all screen on front. You have the facial recognition, no buttons or huge bezels to deal with. I do like that they have the metal back for a little bit extra premium feeling and a little bit more durability. The inputs are on par with most of the other budget tablets out there. I do like that they added the expandable storage micro SD because 32 gigs of storage can be used up in an instant, so the ability to expand that up to 512 gigs is really, really nice. A couple things that I'm not a huge fan of. One has to be the resolution. At only 1280 by 800, it's not full HD, which kind of puts it behind tablets like the Fire HD 10, and it is somewhat noticeable. It's not a bad screen per se, but you can see some graininess to it. The text isn't quite as clear as a full HD screen. And the other thing is that there is some conflicting information about the Wi-Fi capability. On the actual product page, it says that it does support 5G, but in the tech specs, it says it only supports the 2.4 gigahertz channel. I personally can't connect to my 5G Wi-Fi channel, so I think that it is limited to just the 2.4 gigahertz channel, which is a bit disappointing. You're missing out on a lot of fast speeds if you're stuck on the 2.4 gigahertz channel. And those are just some things right off the bat that I like and don't like, but let me get into my full review now after using this for a couple weeks. First, in terms of performance, again, this is a budget tablet, and we are looking at a quad-core CPU with only 2 gigs of RAM running Android 11, and you can see it in the performance. It does get sluggish sometimes. It does stutter if you're doing a lot of things at once. And if you have a lot of apps open, you can notice some jitteriness in the operating system. Now, I think you have to expect that going in because of the price. This isn't going to be the most fluid machine. It's not going to compete with the iPad Pros and the Samsung Tab S7s. You're going to have to expect a little bit of lag and apps taking a little bit longer to load up, and that is the case with the Kingpad Z10. And if you have that expectation going in, you're not going to be disappointed, because this is what I would call an entertainment or a content consumption type of tablet. This isn't going to be a huge productivity machine. You're not going to buy this to replace your laptop. You're going to buy this to do things like check your email, browse the web, watch shows or movies or YouTube, read books, and those type of tasks that are pretty lightweight. And this tablet does handle those pretty well. Now, there have been times where apps have taken a long time to load, and I've noticed some freezing or crashing going on, but I think for the most part, this will handle lightweight tasks like the ones I just mentioned pretty well. When it comes to the screen, again, like I said before, it isn't a bad screen necessarily, but if you're someone that already has vision issues, going to this one that only has 1280 by 800 resolution is going to be kind of a disappointment, because you're going to notice the pixelation. It's not going to be as crisp as the full HD screens out there. Also, the screen is very reflective, so using this outside is pretty difficult. In direct sunlight, it's almost impossible. But if you're in a shaded area, it's a little bit more doable if you turn up the brightness all the way. For the speakers, again, it's a budget tablet. You're not going to get the most premium speakers out there. These ones do okay. They get nice and loud. They don't have much bass. It's kind of what you would expect at this price point. The cameras, if you're the type of person that likes to take pictures with your tablet, you might want to look at a different option, because the rear-facing camera is 8 megapixels. It takes okay photos, not great. If you're in a pinch and you want to take a photo with your tablet, this will be just fine. The front-facing camera is just fine for video conferencing. Again, it's not going to wow anyone, but it's also not terrible either. And the battery has been quite good. The 6,000 milliamp hour battery does last quite a long time, especially in standby mode. This can last for weeks in standby, but in my usage, I use this for a couple hours a day, and I'm able to go 3 or 4 days without charging this. My best guess for battery usage for a moderate user is probably between that 11 and 12 hour mark. And overall, listen, this isn't going to be an iPad killer, and it's not trying to be. It's really focused on those budget-minded people that love an Android operating system. I think the design is really good, and it's lightweight at under a pound. It's easy to hold, and I really like that facial recognition on the front. It's got really great battery life. I think the downfall here is the screen. It's just tough to recommend a tablet that doesn't have a full HD screen in 2021, but I can really see this being useful for, number one, kids. If you're looking to get your kid a tablet to help with their learning or for some entertainment, and you're not afraid for the tablet getting banged around a little bit, this could be a great option. Also, for people that travel a lot, that want something bigger than an 8-inch tablet, you want that 10.1-inch screen. But again, you're not going to be afraid to throw this into a backpack or to a briefcase, have it be bumped around in an airport or something like that, and you get great battery life and a lightweight tablet, which is key for people that travel, and for anyone that might be in the market for something like a Fire HD 10, but you want just a clean Android 11 operating system. This might be a good alternative, although it does have that lower resolution screen. So that's my review of the Kingpad Z10. If you're interested in it, I'll put a link in the description below where you can check it out. Thank you for everyone that watched to the end of this video. If you like it, press that like button, consider subscribing for more content. I'm coming out with a bunch of new reviews very soon. Thanks again, everyone, and I'll catch you on the next video.